Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing an 8-4 Magic Origins draft. Rare is Despoiler of Souls. I don't think I want to first pick that. I'm kind of looking at the Acolyte of the Inferno here. Card's pretty insane. There is Wild Instincts as well as Unholy Hunger, but I think I actually just like Acolyte more. There's also a Crowan Sergeant in here, which is another good red renown card, but not as good as Acolyte in my mind. Yeah, I think we probably just slam an Acolyte here. It's a pretty awesome card. Pretty strong card. Follow-up pick. Well, this is worth a couple tickets, but not really a good red follow-up card. I think the strongest card left in this pack is Fleshback Marauder or Stalwart Haven. Stalwart Haven might actually be better than Fleshback Marauder. There's also Aeronaut, which is good. I don't think Days Undoing is worth anything anymore, right? It's worth 2 tickets, I guess, which actually isn't that bad, but I think I'm going to go for the Stalwart Haven here over the Fleshbag. All right. So in red, we have Subterranean Scout, Bellows Lizard, Chandra's Fury. In white, we have Blessed Spirits and Jailer. Probably Blessed Spirits. There's a Battlefield Forge, which fixes. It's not worth anything either, is it? It's worth less than a ticket. Maybe it wheels. Who knows? This pack's probably not deep enough for it to wheel, but we're going to take the Blessed Spirits, which I think is actually a pretty solid card. Okay. So strongest card in this pack. I may just want to take the white pick and take the Charging Griffin. I've said a few times now I really don't like going in white because it's a pretty highly competitive color. There's just a lot of strong cards in the color, so it's tough to make work. But there's nothing else in here that I feel realistically I can work towards with the first 3 picks. Like Bound and Krasis is a great card, but I'm not even close to making it work. Weight of the Underworld is fine, I guess. I could pass up on a Charging Griffin. I don't love Charging Griffin that much. But if I want to go into white, I should probably cut some white. There's just nothing in here that's super impressive. Displacement Wave's only okay. I guess I'll take the Griffin. Okay. So now there's Knight of the Pilgrim's Road and Angel's Tomb. I've still yet to play Angel's Tomb. I'm fine taking Knight of the Pilgrim's Road. I don't think it's a great card, but it's certainly playable. And it's probably better than Majoring Bully. So, alright. Well, I'm a huge Foundry of the Councils fan. I could take the Claustrophobia, though. Maybe a 6th pick Claustrophobia could be the sign I was looking for. And it works really well with Blessed Spirits. Alright, I think I'd take Claustrophobia here. It's a pretty good removal spell. I think Foundry's a great card. I do love that card, but like I said, 6th pick Claustrophobia could be a sign that blue is where we're supposed to be, which is fine. Alright, Ringwarden Owl. I think I actually want the Screeching Scab. I want to make sure I get some cheap stuff. And Ringwarden Owl is actually a fine card, but I just want to make sure I get some 2-drops in here. I don't really love... Griffin in multiples kind of worries me anyway, so let's take the Scab here. Alright, well, Scab Goliath is very strong, but there is Knight of the Pilgrim's Road number 2 and Grasp of the Hieromancer. I'd probably still take Scab Goliath. These are some good tabling white cards here, which I like. Scab Goliath works well with Screeching Scab as well, though. I mean, Scab Goliath's pretty strong 6-drop. I think we'll just take it. Despoiler tables. We're going to take Tactician here, which is actually a pretty good card, especially with Renown. So I think we might have actually worked our way into white effectively. And it does seem like blue is likely open. Super late Scab Goliath, pretty late Claustrophobia. Feeling good about this blue-white start so far. All right, I guess could take Evolving Wilds for splash. It's probably more exciting than a Guardian Automaton. I mean, I play Evolving Wilds regardless of the deck, so Seems like the correct pick. All right. This is a bit of a miss. I really don't like Jailer that much, but I just don't think it's very likely I play Epiphany. I don't think it's very likely I play Jailer either, but just in case, I'm going to take this Plains for luck because I don't really care about Deep Sea Terror. And I like having my little foil lands. And I don't think passing a Deep Sea Terror indicates to anybody that blue is open. Sure. Healing Hands. Mantle of Webs. Take it anyway. All right. So, decent start. All the cards in here are playable. The least exciting being a Crow and Jailer and Charging Griffin, I think. All right. So here I'm looking at like Aspiring Aeronaut, probably. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really that much else for us, but at least Aeronaut's a card I've come to like quite a bit. So that seems fine, I guess. Christmas. Yeah, we got Whirler Rogue. Awesome pickup here. It's also Topin Freeblade, which is quite good, but just not as good as Whirler Rogue. So, yes. All right, Celestial Flare is some removal. We have Totem Guide Heart of Beast, which finds Claustrophobia, though. Celestial Flare is nice because it's cheap, but I like Heart of Beast because it blocks well, and I like that it finds Claustrophobia. I think that is not to be overlooked. I think I'm going to take the Heart of Beast here. I could also end up getting a Suppression Bonds or another Claustrophobia, which makes it even better, but I think because it's a good ground blocker, it's a nice pickup here. Also kind of works in conjunction, or at least towards the same end that Blessed Spirit wants. Blessed Spirits. I think Celestial Flare is actually would be a good addition to this deck, but I'm going to take the Heart of Beast instead. Alright, I can take Turn to Frog. I don't love it, but nothing else here is really standing out to me as all that good, so I guess we'll take it. We have quite a few 1 toughness guys, though, which makes it significantly worse. It also doesn't work against stuff with counters, like Renown, very well. So, alright. Take it anyway. We'll take Aeronaut number 2. I like the card. I'd play Aeronaut over Charging Griffin pretty much every day of the week. Claustrophobia number 2. Alright, we have Willbreaker. With, if I have synergies with it, I guess I'd be hard pressed to pass Claustrophobia here. We're hard up for removal. Works well with Turn to Frog. Works well with, well, it doesn't really work that well with Claustrophobia. Works really well with Whirler Rogue. Okay, that's pretty good. I still think I want Claustrophobia though. Claustrophobia just seems like a great addition to this deck. Works well with Spirits, and it's another thing to find with Heart of Beast. Stealing your opponent's stuff, though, is pretty insane. Like going Whirler Rogue, Willbreaker, steal your guy, next turn steal your guy is pretty good. I'm still going to take Claustrophobia. Alright. Clear of the Forward Order is probably better than Screeching Scab. Although Scab, like I said, does feed the Scab Goliath plan. I still like Clear of the Forward Order here. The 2 toughness could be relevant, and gaining life could also very much be relevant, so okay. Alright. Water Courser I think is actually probably better than Knight of the Pilgrim's Road. Water Courser has been pretty phenomenal in this format all around, so we'll take it. We are definitely in the right colors, though. I'm digging this. Sure. Cut the blue card, I guess. Although, Caterpillar is actually, I'm not going to play Rebuttal ever, so I think let's just cut the thing that breaks our Claustrophobia. Alright, Screeching Scab, number 2. I'm fine with that, actually. We need some actual cheap stuff. None of these cards matter. I'm just going to hate a Timberpack Wolf. Aerial Volley seems like a good card against us. Guardians I may need. Bone Ash, not likely to play it, but I'll take it. Alright. Well, we're in the right colors. That's the good news. I think we're likely not playing Jailer. Most of the time, I just don't want to play that card. But everything else we have is pretty solid. I guess Charging Griffin I'd be fine with cutting if we can lower the curve a little bit. Well, we have Majoring Responder, which is fine. It's a strong card. I'm kind of tempted to take the Swift Reckoning though. Mostly well, I mean, I'm almost like right now it's not even possible for me to have Spell Mastery, which admittedly makes it weaker. Maybe I just take the Taupe and Freeblade though. I think we need some actual nice 2-drops. We need to lower the curve a little bit, like I said. I think Majoring Responder is a good card, and I think Swift Reckoning is good, but Taupe and Freeblade seems like something this deck really wants. Stalwart Aven seems like a nice pickup for us. Could also take the Disperse, but I'm going to take the Aven. Turn Frog actually works well in conjunction with Freeblade as well, so okay. I'm digging it. Knight of the Pilgrim's Road seems like a fine pickup. Not terribly exciting. Otherwise, I'm like hating a Fiery Impulse. No, I think we take a card that I would actually play in Knight of the Pilgrim's Road, which is fine. Claustrophobia number 3. I'm okay with this, actually. This is fine removal, and we're not super white intensive. We're much more blue intensive, so I can focus my mana base on blue. There is Enshrouding Mist as well, but I love Claustrophobia in this deck now with Heart of Beast and Blessed Spirits. It seems like just a really nice card to have. Wow. Claustrophobia for days? Like, I really don't mind playing a bunch of Claustrophobias. 3 mana, basically sorcery speed, lock a guy out of the game is pretty good. I mean, there's times where it's not going to be great, but I'm a big fan. Celestial Flare seems like a nice pickup. Doesn't have any anti-synergies that I can think of. Still works well with the Claustrophobias. Sure, it's double white, which could be a problem, but alright. Well, I'm fine taking Celestial Flare number 2 here. Could cut the Charging Griffin, but now I'm thinking I just want to cut the Turn to Frog since I don't need it. 4 Claustrophobias and 2 Celestial Flares seems like a removal suite that does not need to be supplemented by Turn to Frog. Stratus Walk seems unnecessary, but I guess we take Yoke Docks, maybe. Although my curve is... I probably don't need a second Guardians. I don't really need a Meteorite. Stratus Walk does work with Blessed Spirits, I guess, but all my guys pretty much fly anyway. That's not true, but enough of my guys fly where I don't think I would ever play Stratus Walk. So I guess Yoke Docks for blocks. Yoke Docks for blocks. Could take the Ring Warden Owl. Kind of like it, actually. I'd play that over the Charging Griffin. I think that's actually just a straight up better card. Hydrolash is playable, actually. I don't think I want to main deck it, but it's something I can consider. Bunch of blue cards I don't care about. I don't think I'm playing any of them anyway. Good looking deck, though. Plenty of creatures. Good looking removal. Like I said, 2 Celestial Flares, quad Claustrophobia is pretty good. And most of our guys fly, right? Or maybe, is it most of our guys? 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess most of our guys do not fly, but we do have a lot of guys that fly. Maybe I should have taken that Stratus Walk, but I don't think I would have played it. Like, I don't really see something I would cut to play it. This looks pretty good. Our curve is, I was going to say maybe a little bit top heavy, but I don't think it's too bad. I think this actually looks pretty good. Disperse here is nice. Should I even main deck it? I mean, probably don't have to. I mean, I'm definitely taking it, but I don't even know if I'm main decking it. Turn Frog number 2. Well, we're not playing the first one, so that seems unlikely. But Disperse is pretty good. What's the weakest card in my deck? All my 2-drops seem like necessary evils, just for the format. Maybe Knight of the Pilgrim's Road, actually, is like the weakest card in the deck, because it's just like a 3 mana 3/2. Never terribly exciting. Totem Guide Hartebeest is always going to find a Claustrophobia, which is pretty awesome. Like 5 mana, 2/5, find something that locks out a creature is pretty nice. Interesting. We're a fairly color-intensive deck now because of the double Celestial Flare, but I think that's okay. So, do I want to play Disperse? I have 17 creatures, so I could see myself cutting something to play. Like, I could cut a Knight of the Pilgrim's Road to play a Disperse. I actually don't think that's too bad. It's a nice tempo card to have as a one-of in racing situations. And it's actually kind of, like, I could see some versatile use of it if my opponent plays like a Conclave Naturalist and trying to break a Claustrophobia. You know, bouncing your Claustrophobia is not the worst. Basically get to use it again. Yeah, I think I wanna bring Disperse into this deck. So I'm kind of tempted to cut a Knight of the Pilgrim's Road. I have 17 creatures, so going down to 16 is really not going to hurt the deck. I do think Knight's decent, but it actually does seem like the weakest card in the deck, I think. And playing Disperse makes our Ringward Owl slightly better too. Alright, I think I'm cutting a Knight for a Disperse. Yeah, very nice looking deck. I like it. Very blue intensive. We have 3 double white spells and what, 6 double blue? Well, I'm really happy we picked up that Evolving Wilds because it looks like we're going to need it. So this would be 10 blue, 8 white. I probably can get behind that. The main issue is Celestial Flare kind of sucks mid to late game. It's a much better, like, play 2 planes and stop like a Topin Free-Bladed from attacking or something. So I could do an even split on mana, especially since we like... But we really do need double blue quite a bit. We have more blue spells. We have more double blue spells. I think I'm going 9-7. It turns out to be 10-8, like I said, which I think is still fine to run a couple Celestial Flares. I could just make it 9-9, right, with Evolving Wilds, which is fine. But I think with this many double blue, I'm going to want 10 blue sources just to make sure I can cast Claustrophobia when I need it. All right, yeah, this deck is cool. This is a very cool deck. All right, so running it like this, we'll see round 1.